guys, this is Miss Lola Slater. I'm here with my first two mentees. We're going to walk you through step by step of their first fix and flip project here in Baltimore City and show you how you can build the community in your local neighborhood, you guys. So we're going to start off. This is Miss Gloria Andela, and this is Mr. Michael Mentugay.
Hi.
Alright, you guys, so what we want to talk about really truly is just give you a step-by-step, play-by-play on what it takes to get into real estate investing and give you the right mindset, the proper tools and mentality so that you can successfully decide if you should fix and flip and also be able to be equipped and have the tools and knowledge that you need. So we'll start with Ms. Gloria here. Alright, so we're going to start with Ms. Gloria. Gloria, let us know, share how you what made you decide to want to get started in real estate, investing, share your story with us.
Sure. So I'm a first-generation American, and my parents are originally from Cameroon. And me being born here, I never really got the proper tools to learn about how to create generational wealth. And when I met Lola, and I was able to share, my vision and my passion, and she was able to properly show me the steps of how to get invested in real estate and how to properly learn the resources and do my own research. So when I initially started investing in real estate with Michael, we were just driving to properties. We had no prior research. We didn't do our due diligences, and Lola would literally, be on our neck like, hey, when you go and buy something, do you just pull up or do you do your research and compare how much are items selling at this location and which location has the best prices? And I was like, yeah, you're right. So she was like, it's the same thing with real estate. You got to do your research, and you need to be prepared, and you need to know what you're investing into. And for me, the main reason I, got interested in real estate was to be able to just have a legacy, create generational wealth, and be able to build a community, because I'm not the gatekeeper of information, so I want to be able to share this with other people as well, so we can all create generational wealth.
Awesome. And so let's back up, because you and I first met at a Build a Community event. How did you come across the event? And that event, this is a fix and flip, but that event actually focused on multifamily investing. And so we went through a lot of the strategy and how-to of that. But share, I guess, the first event and how you found me online and how we first met.
So the first event where I actually met Lola was at a multifamily real estate investing, learning how to get a property, either a duplex, triplex, or quadruplex, and being able to house hack, meaning you can have people renting your property. That way you're not paying a mortgage. They're paying your mortgage and you're actually making a profit from it as well. And I found her online, literally on Eventbrite. I saw her event, pop up, and it was exactly what I was looking for, and I just showed up. I got in the room and I made the connection with Lola.
So you were actively researching and finding rooms to get into to be able to learn about real estate investment?
Yes.
Awesome.
For at least 2 years. Yes.
Awesome. All right, and Michael, so we met through Gloria. Yeah, through Gloria. But share your story. Tell me what first got you interested in beginning in real estate investing.
Just trying to create a generational wealth, just like Gloria, and create some passive income through rental properties, and also to make quick profit and through flips. So that's the main reason I decided to invest into real estate. So before then, I had other investment ideas, and I used to talk with Gloria because we've known each other for a while. We're kind of looking at different businesses where we could invest, and real estate was also part of it. And one day she talked to me and she told me she met this person that would actually mentor us and hold her hand, take us through the process, and that's how she introduced you to me. And here we go. This is our first property, and we bought it close.
We are. And so both of you, you guys both work full time.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
So, real estate isn't your primary and doesn't have to be your primary career or your primary goal. You can work a 9 to 5, right? And still be able to create generational wealth and build a legacy. So let's talk about, let's get into the process, right? And I'll just start with working 9 to 5. So talk about like time, because people may want to invest in real estate and think they don't have the time. So let's talk about how you've been able to successfully manage the project, right? And at the same time, maintain your 9 to 5s.
So for me personally, I had to be on site every day to check the status of the work, make sure that the contractors are showing up. So we had a couple of scuffles with the contractors. We changed the locks at least 3 to 4 times, threatening them like, hey, if you can't do this, we're gonna have to find somebody else because we have a contract and we have a deadline. And so I had to really maneuver between my meetings at work and me being able to show up here and communicate with the team and making sure that we have everything on track and with our deadlines. And so you need to be at least able to have an understanding of flexibility with your time schedule. If you need to maybe request some days, because the last week of the project I requested off so I could be here on site every day and just making sure that we are able to
And
finish within
those
the
final, the last week is like the home stretch, so it can get kind of intense, right? And you're making sure that every I is dotted, every T is crossed, and you're doing like what we did, 3 final walkthroughs. So 3 final walkthroughs, right? And so Michael, you live further. From this project. Gloria is more local, living in the city where the flip is, but you live in a different county. And work. So share with us, how you were able to like manage your time and what advice you would give to someone, and that has maybe less time or lives in a different county than where their property is.
What I'm going to say is it's an investment, and wherever you put in your money, you have to put in your time. So I was able to try and manage being an investor and doing a full-time job. And from 9 to 5, most of the time I'll have to take off, to be able to in the middle of the day, take off whenever I have to drive over to Baltimore to come and take a look at the property. And I also believe that the teamwork actually made this possible too, working with you and Glory. And whenever I couldn't make it to the property, Gloria was here, and whenever she could not, definitely going to be here. So this made the process easier.
So so if you are in hearing both of them, partnerships matter. Partnerships are important. So if you are thinking about investing in real estate, you want to get started, come in with the team mindset, right, where you can partner with other people so that you can share roles and responsibilities. Because early on, even in our agreement, identifying roles and responsibilities early on helps keep structure and accountability when it matters, as the project goes on, and as, the excitement dwindles down, you're not as excited, when you first close, it's like, no, it's time to work. Who's responsible for what? So that would be like, first thing is identify your roles and the responsibilities and commit to what you can truly commit to, because it's going to be really important that you show up for the team, and it's going to cut into your profitability, right? If someone drops the ball, it's your money, and this isn't an investment. So let's talk about the numbers, all right? So let's go over some numbers. Michael was our dedicated budget tracking, our actuals. Gloria was in charge of one on-site and also being able to submit requests to the lender for our construction budget. So more of estimate versus actual, and then in the end, comparing the two. So let's talk about the numbers, the product. That's the fun part for everybody. All right, so sales price, how much was the acquisition of this property?
$160K,
160.
but the actual value of the property as is was $210K. So we got a huge deal.
Absolutely. And what was our renovation budget?
50K?
50K. I know the numbers. All right, and and what is our after rehab value? We are listed at
$300,000, $290K to $300,000.
All right, awesome. So we're at $160K for acquisition. We're at $50,000 for our renovation, That gives us $210,000 with a sell ARV of 290. So that's approximately $80,000 spread. With that, you do have to minus some of your closing costs, transfer taxes, title and fees. So overall, we'll clear about $60,000 with the sale of this property, and that's including the fees that you pay to the when you list it, having to hire a real estate agent or a buyer's agent to be able to bring their clients. So $60,000 would be like the clear number from this project. So let's actually talk about the work, this $50,000. So this house was not a complete gut, right? But it's a charming home that's modern.
Yes.
Is that accurate, right?
Yeah.
So let's talk about this $50K rehab budget. Again, we kept a lot of the charm, but we made the home more modern. We started with creating an open space between the kitchen and the dining room, installing an island, granite tops. We were able to actually serve it with the budget. The cabinets were in good shape, so we just had to get them painted, add new knobs. You guys, I said, if the cabinets have good bones and good structure, you don't have to just replace cabinets. You can actually paint and make them look like new. I was about to look around, but you can make them look like new and replace the knobs. So the flooring, the house had flooring throughout. So in the dining room, we kept the hardwood floors, but put the modern waterproof vinyl floors that's very popular in the area. So in doing your designs, you want to make sure that you look at the comparables in the area, look at other remodels in the area and see what's kept, what's new. And this is the area where charm and the existing is desired, right? And you can get the most value. You don't have to do a complete gut on every rehab. And so let's talk about so we were able to, like I said, save there on big ticket items like cabinetry. Michael, let's talk about the basement. I think that's where we spent probably the most money. So share with us about the basement.
So the basement was a complete cut, new flooring, new painting, full remodeling of the back room. Changing from a half bedroom to a full bedroom in order to increase the value of the property.
Yeah, and so that's actually something too. You want to look for opportunities to increase bath sizes, and by being able to turn that half bath to a full bath, we were able to now convert it to a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, and increase the value there. And then we have the third level, which is upstairs. And so, Gloria, share about the upstairs.
Sure. So the upstairs rooms were already very charming, so we just maintained the charm, and we just basically repainted all the rooms and refurbished the bathtub and added a couple of lights and vanity lights in the main hall bath.
Absolutely. Again, maintain the charm. So you want to make sure in whatever area that you're looking in that you look at the comps on the front end to determine that rehab budget. We wouldn't have an idea of how much or how to estimate if you're not looking to see what works in the area. So Gloria, you talked about having to change locks a couple of times throughout this process. What are some challenges or risks that new investors should be aware of when doing a fix and flip?
I would say some challenges and risks new investors should be aware of when doing fix and flip is actually having a reliable team. I remember the first properties that Michael and I were looking at, the techs, sometimes the HVAC tech, he was not on time or one of them didn't show up. Just being able to, have a reliable team of people that you can actually contact, whether you need contractors, whether you need HVAC techs, or even landscapers. I remember one of the landscapers that I'd hired, he showed up one time for the job for the property, and the second job, he just never showed up, and I had to look and start researching for other companies to hire for the landscaping jobs. So for me, I would say having a reliable team.
And also it sounds like, you were quickly able to adjust when you needed, when someone didn't show up. So being able to call and always look for contractors, never have like a single point of failure.
Exactly.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Options. Yeah.
All right. So Michael, considering you were in charge of tracking the actuals, how confident and secure are you with the financial aspects of managing the fix and flip? And what advice would you give to a new investor on how to effectively do that?
So yeah, at this point, I feel like I'm very much confident in managing the financial aspects of the fix and flip. Why? Because I know, first of all, I have to track every single expenses I make, every day, and track them in real time, like real life, put them in an Excel sheet. Just the way you taught me, I remember I used to fight with you every morning. It was a fight, like every morning, you push me, what to do, why didn't you put this in the sheet. Yeah, so I got to pick that up and made me understand that the financial aspect is very important. You have to track every single penny, you invest every day, so so that you won't be able to go over your budget. That's very important.
Absolutely, that is so. Yes, Michael. So let me say, if you are successful in your daytime job, right? So if you're thinking about investing, you clearly, most likely you're successful. You have extra income to invest, and with that, when you come into the real estate space, you don't have a manager. You don't have, you don't have a manager, and you already knew, but you think like this is regular, right? And it's not. You have to truly treat real estate like a business. If you want a return on your investment, you have to track every single penny, every single time a card is swiped, a purchase is made, and it's real time. I think that was really key what you said.
Yeah.
That it was real time, and that's how you stay on track. You don't fall behind. And we are proud to say that we are within budget, right? We are, I think, so tip. So we, at the end, so do your final walkthrough, you're going to end up with some purchases of items that you may or may not use. Let me talk about that with our process for dealing with the contractors, right? So we pay them for only labor.
Yes.
Okay, and then for supplies, our strategy was to actually have them purchase what we pay as we went along. So that allowed us to be more involved.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that was effective, or if doing another flip, would you want to be as involved in tracking the expenses, or would you just prefer to allow a contractor to handle both labor and all the purchases?
I think I would rather be involved, and actually be in control, of the budget, knowing what they're doing, what they're purchasing, how much is going out, and how much is coming in, Basically, I want to be involved.
Absolutely. And so with that, we were like, how about you, Gloria?
I agree, because that way you're able to see what they're actually purchasing and not personal items for themselves with your, your money.
And what personal item did we have them purchase? Even with us managing, being active, what was the item they kept purchasing?
Water.
Listen, $4.99 water. We tracked, they were getting water. I think it was Gloria, right? And she's like, they keep buying water. So we waited, and when it was time to negotiate, because your project will change, right? We had some adjustments with this project, and from our initial and original design to as we went along in the process. And so in planning your budget, having money still available, that you can make those changes, and you do have some contingency budget and money set aside. And so when it came time to negotiate, we were like, hey, look, you want to charge us $50 to install a different light, you owe us for 6 weeks of water. Let's call that a wash, right? So we turned that $30 into a $50 request. But yeah, being able to be involved, be in control and learn. You actually learn when you're hands-on, opposed to just giving a contractor complete authority over your budget, over your project. So you take control of the supplies and being able to review receipts, being able to be on the phone with the different merchants that they're at, whether it's a paint merchant or a general store. Be involved. You learn more when you're involved, and it empowers you more. So I'm happy that those hard talks in the beginning, Michael, paid off. I'm so proud. I'm so happy. All right, and so with that, we had at the end of one of our walkthroughs, there were extra material left over, and so what we did, we were able to take that material back to Home Depot and get a refund of about
Roughly like about 150.
$850. So that allowed us to have additional money. Our budget included landscaping, it included the general labor, supplies, landscaping, photography, videography. You guys, you want to include every single item in your budget from beginning to end. And cleaning, having cleaners come and clean right after the contractors were finished their work. And so we were able to budget to our budget, be within budget, and then still on the back end get a refund for $850, allowing us to be under a $50K budget. So
Almost 1,000. That's good. Yeah.
all right, you guys, so that was a walkthrough. I hope you found a lot of value in going through step by step how to do your first fix and flip, how to run your numbers, how to manage your contractors. Look, if you want to become a part of our network, the Build a Community Network, click like, subscribe, and share. Also, is a link below to join our free group. We're going to continue to bring you valuable information to help you build a community too, no matter where you are across the country. We're here to help.
Click the link below.
Bye. Microwave.